Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to new exciting edition of Lucha Talk. We have the founder, the creator, the one and only Jimmy himself of Jimmy's World Order. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. Happy to be here.
No, it's an honor to have you. For fans that don't know, Jimmy is the owner of Jimmy's World Order, also known as JWO, located in East Los Angeles and Atlantic Boulevard. Just tell us, about the shop, what cool items you have and upcoming guests.
Sure. I mean, we have arcades for older cats like me that love arcades. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all that. I also have Hasbro figures, WCW figures. Sometimes here and there, I have ECW figures from the past. I have a lot of the Jacks still in box.
Yeah.
Um, and then I have the new ones too, the elites. I have a lot of elites. I have which ones do I have? I have a lot of basics, a lot of the classic ones. I know they're not. I noticed that they're doing a lot more like the old school figures.
Yeah.
Wonder, I wonder why. It's because they make they sell more.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of the shop. Old school vibes. Old school mentality, old school wrestling stuff like that. So I know that they're finally seeing that it's hitting the market. A lot
Mhm.
more regular figures. So that's what they're doing now. So that's the whole concept of the shop was to give you that old school, you
Yeah.
know, but also that you could bring your kids also, get the
Mhm.
new.
And that's what wrestling's all about. If you look, like, wrestling has gone in and out of Alex's lives, both of our lives, but then it always come back. Like you said, your kids would see it, and now you're back in wrestling, watching with your kids, and then that nostalgia feel too. Because
Yeah,
as a kid, you watch it, and then you grow up, and then they figures you couldn't get, now you can get as an adult
yeah,
collector, and you're getting all the old school, like the Greg the Hammers and the Superstar Billy Grahams, all that cool stuff, and then it goes from generations, from Ruthless Aggression to Attitude, and back on. But we
and
want to talk a little.
the cool part about that, you're saying like the break the hammers, let's say the jacks, now it's let me get those figures, but hey, maybe I could meet them too, and I
Exactly.
either they could sign that figure for me, and I've been lucky and blessed that we've been able to put that out for people, fans like me, and it's not only me, I can never say it's
Mm,
only me. I have a good team of people that work with me,
exactly.
and we do everything's planned. Everything. I
Mm.
never put out something that it's not planned. So so yeah, so
Oh yeah,
um
no, it's
I'm
true
blessed,
because
I'm blessed to have good people around me.
oh no, and it shows. Alex and I, we go in there and it's so like family oriented. You go in there, you feel like you know these people for a few years. I talk to your staff and crew, and we're
Yeah,
talking. Even the people in line, even we're waiting. All the people, it's like you said, like it's for fans by fans. We know that you and your staff love wrestling, and we could feel that once we go in there. And how does it feel also when we're in line, Alex and I waiting, to get our figure signed? Everyone seems like they know you right away. They're like, "Hey, Jimmy, look, it's Jimmy," and you have that support by the community. What does it mean to have like such a fan base to support the shop, especially in this era of like COVID era? Like, what does it mean to you?
I feel blessed, that people see me like that. I mean, I'm a fan myself, so what I try to do is when I bring wrestlers in, I want to bring people somebody that people want to see, or they haven't
Yeah.
seen, or they're always on the East Coast. Just something different, where I've been brought just incredible like a few months ago,
Yes.
and people hadn't seen them here in LA for like 20 years, So that's something that I wanted to do different, just on that. And but I'm happy and blessed that that people they've been happy with the shop and they support us a lot, and it feels good. It feels good um, that we have their support.
Oh no, yeah, you sure do. And also, Alex and I want to say thank you, especially in California. We know the pandemic affected the whole world, but even for California, it's been really strict. But somehow, you did it. You brought wrestling to California. There was a drought with no shows, obviously. But Alex and I look forward every couple of weeks to go to your shop to meet a wrestler. Like, how
Yeah.
important was that to bring a wrestler? And also, is it now as a fan and now you're an owner? Is it surreal, like talking to these guys and booking them to your shop?
Well, first, it was hard. It was hard to bring them in because a lot of them, did not want to, go outside and, during the pandemic. But a lot of them did, and they did want to, of course, make some money because obviously, they have bills and stuff to pay. So, and
Mhm.
and even till now, nobody's been rude to me or anything. Everybody's been humble and happy, and we've been, like I said, same word, blessed that they work with us good, and during the pandemic, when it was full on, and people came and they supported, regardless of, we had to wear the mask, anything, we had to go through all the guidelines,
Mhm.
but we did it, and I feel like, I think starting next month, it's going to be more, everything's mostly open or
Mhm.
fully open, so imagine, how we did it during the pandemic, how it's going to be without the pandemic. I think it's going to be just bigger and better.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the thing too. We love your shop because now, like Alex and I are in the Facebook groups and we're in other chats. So I'm looking for figures, and your name and your shop is always popping up everywhere. When I'm
Really?
looking for a figure, oh yeah. When I'm
Uh,
looking for a figure, like I was telling you, I think a while back, I was looking for the Tessmacher figure, which you had her in Victoria a few months ago, and someone messaged me saying, "Hey, you're looking for it? Are you going to the JWO signing?"
Oh
I'm
wow.
like, yeah, yeah. Or even offer up, and I'm looking for a figure. He's like, oh, I have the one, but I can't sell it to you because I'm going to Jimmy's.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
growing. It's for sure. Is
That's real humbling. Damn, that feels
oh
really
no,
good.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, your name's going out there. Even another thing I want to talk. Your shop was mentioned in Jim Cornette's podcast.
Yeah, that was awesome.
How was that? And how did you hear about that?
There was a fan that came, a customer, and he came for the ECW event, and it was really he did a promo with all three with Bill Alfonso, Joe Gertner, and the Sandman. He did a promo. I was listening from the back because I'm paying
Mm-hmm.
attention to the other people. So like I'm like, oh wow, he's cutting a promo. So then I think a few weeks later, he sent me a video, and I'm like, what's this? And then I have people come in and they're like, oh, we heard about the shop because of the Jim Cornette. I'm like, what? What are you talking
Yeah,
about? I thought people were like messing with me.
yeah,
And yeah, and then they send me the link and all that. And I'm like, wow, that's great. That's real crazy. So he ended up sending it to the Jim Cornette experience, and they did a video about it. That
Mhm.
was really cool. I'm thinking I seen that Jim Cornette kind of laughed at it, Jimmy's World Order, but
Yeah,
I'm I thought it was like, how some people send fake names.
yeah,
So I thought, oh, he probably thought, oh, they were messing with me or something.
yeah.
But yeah, but it was good. It was good exposure, and
Exactly.
I mean, couldn't be happier with stuff like that happens. It's unexpected, but I'm really happy. About stuff like
Oh yeah. Either way, is good press. Like
Yeah, of
he
course.
gets so many viewers now, and if he'll get 100,000 or 200,000 or even up all the subscribers he has, they're gonna hear JWO on this podcast and they're gonna start googling it and
Yeah,
looking it up. It's just awesome.
man.
And before we get more, I want to talk more about the shop and everything, but I want to talk a little bit more about you. Bring us to a young Jimmy. How did it start when you wanted to become a fan? When you became a fan, like was there a moment or was there a match where like I'm a wrestling fan?
Oh wow, you want to go way back? I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. I was very small watching elementary. I want to say watching when the Hasbro's first came out. I was you know my mom couldn't afford like a lot of stuff, so I would get like one or two maybe here and there. By the time I swear I was like 18. I had like 14 of them,
Mhm.
and the Hasbro's. And but besides that, collecting those figures, I used to try to watch. I think it was Superstars and Wrestling
Yeah.
Challenge Saturdays and Sundays. So that was my. And then I had a friend that used to have cable, so I used to sleep over his house on Mondays, and I used to watch Monday night. No, what was it? Primetime wrestling.
Mhm.
So just I was hooked. I was addicted to it. So it was just one of those things where I don't know, I was just addicted to it and I
Yeah.
loved it. And I used to go to the sports arena and by
Oh,
downtown.
nice.
And I mean, but we used to sit in the nosebleed section.
Hmm.
My eyesight wasn't that good, so I think I used to take like binoculars because I couldn't
Yeah.
see. We're that far. I remember seeing
Wow.
like Hard and Ultimate Warrior and then Hulk Hogan there.
Hmm.
So little kid, I was a straight up fanatic, super fanatic. I mean, I wish I could have gone to more, but we just didn't have the money for it. My
Hmm.
mom, we just did not have the money for it. And, so I just became a fan. And I think around, I want to say my teenage years, I stopped for a while, for like a few years. I
Hmm.
want to say from like 15 to 19, I stopped watching
Hmm.
it. And I think that's when it was really getting really good. I
Hmm.
remember being in a barbecue when I was 19, and I think there had Sunday Night Heat. It was Sunday, and I remember seeing the X, and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. Like, it's not the same. It's not the good guys against the bad guys. It's like the bad guys are cool. The
Yeah.
cool. So, I mean, I was 19. I got straight up addicted to it, and I haven't stopped since. And it's just one of those things. I remember watching the live. I watched the live when Vince bought WCW.
Oh, nice.
Remember, because I was watching. I turned it to see WCW used to come out on 8 o'clock, and then Monday night Raw was at 9. So I tuned it in at 8 for WCW.
Hmm.
When I seen Vince, I thought it was like I changed the channel because I thought I had the wrong channel. So me and wrestling, we don't have a love hate. I just love it a lot.
Hmm.
But to me, um, like fanatic, super fanatic, and I,
Hmm.
even till being an NWO fan,
Yeah.
So I mean, you could tell,
Yeah.
yeah,
The GWO. Yeah.
somewhat related to the NWO. Everything's different though, but yeah, if you see it from far, you think it's NWO.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's I just been a fan of, you could say, most of all my life. And I don't know, you just get addicted. And
Oh, yeah.
before you used to be embarrassed that if somebody was to
Hmm.
ask you, do you like wrestling, or you couldn't say it because you were embarrassed, you didn't say it because people used to come
Yeah.
at, let's fake, and
Yeah.
start fighting with
Yeah.
them. But now I'm super happy that people are proud and everything, that they love wrestling. I mean, nobody's embarrassed anymore of it.
Mm.
And I mean, you see like older guys, collect figures,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's how I became a fanatic, and I'm still a fanatic.
Oh, yeah. No, it's true. It's like you said, it kind of leaves like Alex and I, when we were teenagers, we kind of stopped watching it. And then we came back, and we just came back because we saw some of the figures. And we, like you said, the nostalgia feel. We saw someone like the John Cena's and Eddie Guerrero's, like, oh, I want to go buy a couple of them. And then from there, we just go back straight to wrestling. And now, as
Yeah,
you can see, we just have a full collection and we
yeah.
can't stop. We're addicted again.
If
But with,
anybody knows that I'm big on nostalgia,
oh, yeah.
it's super big. Yeah, if it's the car that I drive, the
Mhm.
shop I have, where I live, I always have something that takes me to my past. I'm
Yeah.
so Look, I'm so big on nostalgia that for my mom's birthday, we went to TJ for her birthday.
Mhm.
She still has the couch from when we were kids.
Oh, wow.
I want to bring that couch back
Yeah.
because how big I am in nostalgia.
That's
You know,
awesome.
yeah. So
No, it's cool. It's bringing, like, some of the happiest times of a lot of our lives are just as kids growing up. We want that feeling back. It hits home.
yeah,
And you can tell by your shop, we have like the old school looking, like it's the retro arcade machines. And then I love how you have like the Hogan posters and you have like the Andre Giant shirt. Like it speaks back to, all of our childhoods. And I
yeah.
don't care if you're like 40 or 50, if you see that, you're going to have a memory as a child.
But
It's
trust
going to
me,
hit you. Oh,
a
yeah.
lot that come in and they're like, wow.
Yeah.
My I don't want to do it. It was like I always tell this to customers. It's like WWF type of
Hmm.
stuff. Something that you kind of wanted as a kid to have your room like that, kind of.
Hmm.
You know. So, it's, we're lucky that we're able to like do it as a shop and, have great posters, great arcades, great t-shirts, great figures, and, people can go and, be happy, like hopefully now that they open up more stuff and COVID's not as much as before. Hopefully, more people come in and, play arcades. The
Mhm.
arcades are so awesome, they're so cool.
Yeah. No, it really is. Alex and I went a few weeks ago and we bought a couple
Yeah,
of things and we saw you and we played a little bit. We had to play, like we had to stop and play, these old school classics. But
yeah.
another thing you were saying, as a fan, did you ever get to meet like any of the NWO guys or any other of your like wrestling heroes in person?
As a kid,
Yeah.
no, I don't think I ever met anybody. No, I wish. I mean, we
Yeah.
were telling you, I don't even know if they had meeting greets back then.
Mm.
You know, because we didn't know. We're so poor that
Yeah.
I, we're lucky if we went to like the sports arena. That's really lucky. I was lucky if my mom would even buy me the WWF magazine because
Oh yeah. One of those.
I would always rush to the 7-Eleven to look
Mhm.
at it because I wish that she hopefully that she would be like, oh, I'm gonna buy it for you. No. you
And that's
know
another thing too, Alex. I love it that you cater to a lot of the families and like your prices are affordable. Your meet and greets too are really affordable. A lot of the signatures are $25. It's awesome because you cater to that family, oriented to the family. That you
yeah,
could come in and buy a figure for $10 or $15 or whatever it is,
yeah,
which
of
is
course.
awesome.
Yeah, we try to not go like high, just be affordable for people so it could come in and have a good time. Just I mean, I even have customers that come in sometimes and they just want to watch wrestling with me.
Mm,
So that's like 4 hours, for
mm.
hours. And we're just, I remember last time somebody was like, "Can you put in SummerSlam?" I'm like, "Okay, sure."
Okay.
Yeah,
You're like, that's a 4-hour
that's
show.
like that's fine. Like I'll watch it all,
Yeah.
But I was just kind of caught off guard. I was like, "You sure?" Like, but he was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah," and he knew everything. He knew all the matches. He knew. I was like, "Okay, all right,
Yeah.
we'll watch some SummerSlam then."
No, it really is. Like you have your fans are so diehard. Alex and I, we brought our friends to the shop, and
Yeah.
we meet one fan, and you get like sometimes you get schooled by other fans. Like, no, it's actually this. Like he wore this belt, or he didn't wear that. Like they're so
Mhm.
into it, and they know so much knowledge.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And speaking also with that, every kid is dream when they watch wrestling right away. They want to get into wrestling business. Either they want to be a wrestler or a manager. And you went to that route when now you're in the wrestling business owning a shop. But as a kid, did you ever think, oh, I want to be a pro wrestler?
I don't think so. I thought I was too short. I thought I was too short, and
Mhm.
never once thought about it.
Oh,
No, never once thought about it. The I mean, I'll go a little bit off topic. I think one of the things that trips me out is that never did I think, I had my one of my favorite wrestlers was Brutus Barbieri.
mm,
So never did I think that one day he would be going to my shop.
yeah.
You that
Yeah.
that's that hit me hard because I was like,
Mhm.
why? I mean, we even had dinner with them. It was so awesome. It's just, it's really like wow. Sometimes you're
Yeah.
like because it's like you're, people that you looked up to or childhood
Mm,
childhood you know heroes that you looked up to. Even I
mm.
mean Hulk. I mean, hopefully one day we're gonna have Hulk there. But
That would be awesome.
even if I don't, it's like
Mm.
it's still good, because I had Brutus there. Brutus
Yeah.
was my favorite, my super favorite. He was just different.
Oh
So,
yeah.
but yeah,
It it is just like you said, like the kid and you wants to pop up and like ask
of
him
course.
questions and everything. Like, how was that dinner like talking to him?
It was good, because they talked about different stuff, and I mean, I even had breakfast with them before that.
Oh wow.
So telling me like stories here and there about the past wrestling or whatever. But it was just, good to reminisce about stuff that I didn't even know about. And just, it was a really good experience for me. Breakfast and dinner, and then took him to the airport. I mean, it was just amazing experience, to have your childhood hero in your car, in your shop, having dinner, having breakfast. It's just, it takes you, it's a big wow.
Yeah.
But
It really is.
yeah, it's just, like, I don't know, I can't explain it too much because it was, I'm trying to see. But yeah, it was just really good, and, really good experience. And, I think
Yeah.
everybody with us was like really happy.
I know I was. It was an awesome. I couldn't make it to the event unfortunately, but I got my figure signed. You hooked me up. You got the figure signed for me. That's another thing too. I love about your shop. If fans can make it, they could drop off their items and get it signed.
Yeah.
And
Remind me, I have to ship out something from the UK. Somebody like send me the next
ooh.
figures that Jimmy
Mhm.
Hart sent to UK back.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
from like, other states, that's awesome. That if they of course can't come, but they're able
Mhm.
to send their figures or posters or, even t-shirts, whatever they want to sign, get signed, banners. We
That's
offer that.
awesome. You're going international now.
Yeah, we offer that for them because, we know now everything's been like kind of virtual and stuff, or
Yeah.
something. So I'm happy that we're able to do that for them.
No, that's really sick. It's JDO is going worldwide now, which is,
Yeah,
now everyone is knowing your name. It's awesome.
hopefully, yeah.
And with the shop now, like bring us back to the moment also like when you want to open the shop. Where did the idea come from that you know what, I'm gonna open my own wrestling shop and we're gonna go for it?
You know what? I've been working in business for a long time,
Mm.
and I kind of wanted to do something different, something. I mean, I don't want to go too much into detail. I'll just give you a little bit of how it got created. Um, a few years ago, my mom was in the hospital, and
Mm.
she was really sick, and it was just I had a lot of time to think because she was there, and it was just I don't know. It kind of like I got those ideas while I was there, which is
Mm.
weird. But I came up with the name in the hospital. I came up with the ideas in the hospital and all that. I guess maybe I just wanted to make her proud, and
Yeah.
I wanted to. If you kind of think about it, it was something that she started, of course, because if it wasn't for her, by me here and there, the dream would have never came up about.
Mm.
So maybe it was because she was a big inspiration for it. Because if it wasn't for her, it's just I don't I don't see it happening like that.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, she's okay now. She's good. So
That's
I'm
good.
happy that she goes in all the time. But I don't think she'll definitely never know how much she inspired me to do it because
Mm.
basically the shop is kind of a lot of my childhood.
Mm.
So I hopefully she does. I mean, I've talked to her before about it, but hopefully she understands that the whole inspiration was because, I love wrestling. And as a kid, the stuff that she couldn't buy me
Mm.
inspired me to have all that, to have a shop for everybody else. Like, they could bring their kids, their uncles,
Yeah.
everybody, So it goes from the arcades. I remember there was the donut shop next door where we used to live, and they had arcades all the time. So they had Mortal Kombat, they had Street Fighter. So those are the games that I kind of have now, So it's kind of like, how can I say? It went around to where I was a
Mm.
kid to I'm an adult to kind of like, you know, going back to where I was a kid and those happy moments that my mom was able to give to me, you know.
Mm.
And now, I could give it to, let's say, you, your brother, and hopefully when you guys decide to have kids, you're also
Yeah.
gonna take them. So, but that's how I came up with, the name. The idea was
Mm.
I was in the hospital. Not a lot of people know that. So
Mm.
it was when she was in the hospital and she almost died. and so she like kind of inspired me a lot to do something different, get off of what I was doing to something that I love, So, and it is something that I do love.
Oh yeah. No, that's inspirational to hear. Like you said, it all goes in first circle. Now, it's awesome to see your childhood now coming to life. And
Yeah,
also, it was a tough moment in your life with your mother. It's glad to hear that she's doing well and all. And to see that moment to bring it to the positive light. To say, you know what, I'm going to do this shop. This is for my mother. This is for all the things she's done for me. Now I'm going to bring it to life. And it's really beautiful to hear. It's really awesome to hear that.
exactly it. That's exactly it. And I'm telling you, not a lot of people know that. I would say like the small circle that I carry, maybe like 2 people out of that. So
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, so I'm already hear that. 'Cause Alex and I, when we wanted to get you in the show, I'm like, I want to know a little bit more about him.
Yeah.
We always talk. We were never talk about ourselves. I'm like, I want to hear about it.
Yeah, not a lot of people know like about my personal life. I kind of, I think I'm, kind of personal with my life. I mean, I have nothing to hide, but I'm kind of, when I'm in the shop, I'm like cool in the shop, but when I'm home, I'm like, home, so.
Yeah, no, that's really cool to hear. Alex and I,
Yeah,
we love your show.
I think you follow me on Instagram, so
Yeah.
like you see that I don't post a lot.
Yeah,
I
that's very true.
post like funny stuff because
Yeah.
I think and everything, I mean, it brings joy to everybody,
No, that's very true. You love wrestling, but man, a few words it's awesome. Like I follow your page, your personal account, like it's a little bit, but then the Jimmy's World account just all wrestling all day, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's different, but it works. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Works. At the end it works. I kind of wonder if people will be like, oh, if I follow him, let's see what he does. I'm like,
yeah, I'm just like I'm just a normal guy. I love wrestling.
Yeah, I'm just a normal guy. I'm a fan. I love wrestling. So.
It's awesome. Take
But
me to
also
also
like,
oh,
but
go ahead.
like also, I want to get your opinion on like what are your thoughts on the product today? What Diddy's doing today, AEW and Impact. What are your thoughts on it?
That's a tough one. Let's start with WWE. I think, I heard this from, I'll give you a good story. Jimmy Hart the other day.
Yeah.
We're talking, and he told me that Vince actually asked him, who do you see as one of the top guys that could stop any of them from the airport? Who can you see that can stop anybody? That everybody's gonna go crazy when they're walking to the airport. And so Jimmy asked me, but Vince asked him, right? So I said, well, what about Roman Reigns? And he's like, no, because people are not gonna go crazy over him. They'll probably just be like, hey, can I get a picture autograph? They're not gonna like a rock star.
Yeah.
Days where people went crazy. So he said that when he was talking to Vince, he said nobody. It's like nobody. So that's a big shock because it's like that's what's wrong with the product. Everybody's a superstar. Not one person is the major attraction. Not like it used to be. Remember, Hulk Hogan was the main one. The Warrior after Hulk Hogan, main attraction, main one. Then they went back to Hulk Hogan, but he was the main attraction for many years. So, is there somebody like that right now? There isn't.
That's very true.
And there isn't anybody that you would be rushing to go get an autograph or a picture. There wouldn't be like a crowd surrounding them. So I just feel like they do a lot of stuff for like Fox and stuff. They have to do so that they're happy, but the storylines need to get a little bit better. I mean, if you ask me, I prefer to go back to heel and what is it, heel and
Face.
Baby face, whatever.
Baby face. Yeah.
Face.
Yeah, babyface.
Yeah. So I'd rather go back to those days. I mean, I know it's hard with social media, because
Yeah.
I remember seeing Roman Reigns and who was it, Braun Strowman feuding, and then like a few days later they were taking a picture in Europe or something. I'm like, come on, guys,
It
make me.
feels it.
But then I remember in the comments, people were like, "How old are you? 10?" And I'm like, "Man, I don't care."
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd rather be 10, because at least
Yeah.
I'll, So I think that's what's wrong with it. AW, I don't know who's the good guy and the bad guy. I don't know. It's just it's a little confusing for me. Um, but I think it's good. I think the product is getting better. It's just I think storylines, and I think also same thing. They need to get a little bit better. I don't know. I mean, I remember shows they used to leave you with how do you say? I was watching a show last night and they left you with suspense.
Like a cliffhanger. Yeah.
With the suspense anymore.
Mm.
Like they don't leave you wanting to watch the next one.
Yeah.
Let me see. Impact. Ah, man, Impact. I haven't watched that in a while. Uh, I know the Good Brothers are there. It's just I can't
Yeah.
find that. It's like who's the champion now? Is it still Kenny Omega? I
It's
mean,
a
Yeah.
yeah.
kind of weird. Like how is he their champion?
Mhm.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. Which one else is there? Is that it?
I think that's it right now. Yeah. I'll just say WWE and well, how about New Japan?
Last time I met Haku's you remember Haku, right? Man?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I met his
Tomatonga.
Yeah, I met his younger son. Uh and the Good Brothers were there and they actually said this guy's gonna be the next thing.
Mm.
Like, why? He goes, trust me. He goes, I never say that about anybody, but this guy, he's gonna be the next, big thing. So be on the lookout for him. I forgot his name, but he's Haku's younger son. I think he's like almost 7 feet tall.
Oh wow.
So,
Mm.
I don't know. New Japan, I don't see anybody that I even know that's there. I don't know. I just feel like, storylines and everything, I think the product needs help a lot.
Mm.
I mean, there's nothing like your old WWF, tapes or whatever, it's
Mhm.
like that's why those were the good old days,
Yeah.
because it's just, it was so good, the storylines were so good. I don't know what happened, you know, when did, everything change?
Are you
Mm,
not a fan of like partnerships like like AEW's working now with Impact and now Impact's working with New Japan, also working with AEW. Like, are you a fan of that, of wrestlers going in between different companies?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure WWE is going to do that now because obviously, they're doing it, so they're going to try to do the same. I don't see what the point is of Kenny Omega being the Impact champion. No.
Because he's Kenny Omega, Jimmy.
Yeah, but ah,
He beat Rich Swann and now he's a champ.
look, did you hear
You're
what
hurting
you said?
Alex. Alex is an Impact
Rich
fan.
won. He was a cruiserweight in WWE.
Yeah,
That's a big difference. That's like I think
because he's
anybody.
that good.
No, I think anybody could beat. I think Rich could beat Rich Swann. I think. Yeah, that's where I disconnect with that because it's like I get Rich Swann, but was he that good?
He was good. I think he's good in the ring. He's a good ring
Okay,
performer.
I good for like to be the champion.
I think so.
I think there's a lot more that could be the
But
champion.
just because, like, I feel like just because you're in WWE and you didn't have a good career doesn't mean you should have won other titles. Like, look at Ricochet and look at like Isaiah Swerve Scott. Those guys killed it in Independence, and once they went to WWE, they're not so hot.
Yeah,
You know,
I get that's why like stuff like that gets me irritated because it's like where's Keith Lee right now? Where's Rick? Where's all these people that were so good in NXT and other
Yeah.
wrestling?
like
We're all,
Mustafa Ali, guys like
Cedric
that.
Alexander.
Yeah, Cedric Alexander. Like, what are they doing now?
yeah, they
Garza.
And and it's funny though because it's 3 hours on Monday, three
Yeah.
long. So it's like you can't fit them in there, you know.
Yeah.
So but did you hear what they said about Kenny Omega the other day? Jim Ross. They said who's the best champion or who's the best wrestler right now, and he said Randy Orton.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He didn't even say Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
So that's weird. I mean, that must have got a lot of heat,
Yeah.
But I think I gotta see a lot more Kenny Omega matches. Maybe I gotta see more like big matches. Like I know he was really good in Japan. He was killing it. So maybe I just gotta see more matches of him killing it with like bigger guys. That would be good. Bigger guys, that you could see like, wow, this guy, Kenny Omega's smaller, but he like beat him down.
Mm.
So, but I think that's what's wrong with the product. But I mean, is it gonna get better? I don't know. I hope so because I don't want to stop watching.
Yeah.
NXT is good. I think NXT is good. I mean,
Oh.
they have good storylines, but how long is what's his name gonna be there? Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Cross. I think he's like a future main eventer. Like he like
Oh, yeah.
he's like reeks of just put him there already.
Yeah.
Main event. Imagine him against Roman Reigns. That's like wow. That's like he looks super big and stuff. So hopefully, I just don't want him to move him up and then bring him down.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what happens. That tends to happen a lot too, especially like they bring guys to the main roster and they don't do anything. Like look at Aleister Black, didn't really do anything. Ricochet, they didn't really do it.
That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow because they're really talented, and how do you not have time for them?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of guys don't want to go to the main roster, like Gargano and Ciampa. Like they'd rather stay in NXT. That's how they go. So
because they already went, right? And they came back.
yeah, they're like, nope, didn't like it.
They're like, nope, send me back. It's like, but I get it, What do you guys think about the whole there's gonna be fans now in the stadiums and all that?
Oh,
In the event. Yeah. That's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good, especially for WrestleMania next year. No,
Yeah.
2 years. 2 years. 2 years, right? Yeah. So I think that's gonna be good. It's gonna give us time to get better. Hopefully by then we don't have to wear a mask. And we can watch it. Happily.
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting. For WrestleMania, I'm a little sad they're pushing, the LA one, a couple years back.
Yeah,
that was a heartbreaker for sure. But I just can't wait. Just give me more time to save more money to spend on for the show.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And also, like one thing I wanted to talk about too, because we were talking about companies, but also like AAA is working with AEW, and now they just announced Andrade is going to face Kenny Omega for the AAA championship. What are your thoughts on that?
See, that one looks really good. I mean, but we both know who's gonna win. I'll be super surprised if but if there was no title there, I would be like, wow, that's a great match. But there's a title in there. Is there gonna be a title match?
Yeah, it's for the AAA champ. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unless Andrade wins it, I mean that would shock everybody.
I think Andrade wins.
He should win.
You think Andrade's gonna win the belt?
I think so. Because it's in AAA, it's in Mexico, it plays it perfect. He's not with WWE no more. His first big match, he wins the title. I think it makes it perfect match for him to win.
That would be good, and then you shock the world. And that you would really shock everybody.
And Kenny Omega's not really doing a lot for AAA, so it makes sense for Andrade.
And I feel like that's. I mean, I'm like can I say it? I remember when they used to give us a lot of like surprises and shocks. I used to love that, when they used to shock us with, a wrestler jumping in or something, But yeah, I mean, if Andrade wins, man, that would definitely, get my attention. That would shock the wrestling world will be talking about that. So I'm definitely gonna watch it now since you told me. Definitely.
But as of now, tell us, what is the future for JWO? What events you guys have upcoming?
Okay, so we have Darby Allen this month. I believe it is it 2 weeks. Ooh, 2 weeks? Yeah, almost 2 weeks on Sunday. That one's gonna be one of the best ones that I think we brought. Because he's not like, let's say, a WWF legend. He's a newer wrestler. So it's kind of different, and also it's kind of exciting because like the figures AEW, it's kind of like on the rise. So that's exciting, for him to come. And then after that, I think we have Leo Rush. Leo Rush is ex WWF E, and he did NXT. He was a cruiserweight champion. He managed Bobby. So that's gonna be exciting, and he does a lot of independent, so that's cool. And he raps. He has like everything. He lives in
he's killing it. He's killing it right now in MLW.
Yeah,
he's a champion over there. So yeah.
So that's good. And then after we have Chelsea Green, just got released. WWE. I had the chance to bring her, like, I think first one in LA, which is good. And I mean that one, just those three, it's like they're amazing. I was gonna ask you, Richard, are we live or not?
Oh, we're live, yeah.
No, we're recording.
No, we're not live. We're just recording.
Okay. When are you gonna put it out?
Next week.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because we do have like announcement on Monday, so I don't know if we're gonna put it before Monday or not, but we do have like a new announcement on Monday, something that we had talked about before. So it's finally gonna be announced Monday for I think August, and then after that, I think I still need to fill in September. Trust me, I have a lot of options. A lot of options. And
we want that exclusive, Jimmy.
You have to Monday.
We want that exclusive, man.
Monday. I mean, I can't say much, but
got it.
And then let's see, September I gotta fill it in, and then what is it? October I already have the Boogeyman. That was gonna be good, that's on Halloween Day, so it's gonna be really cool for the kids and everybody, to do a meet and greet, and also I'm gonna have them give out candies.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a cool event. And then from there, I mean, like I said, we have so many other people to get, and it's like my list is like this. So we have so many. It's just making about the right wrestlers, the right decision. Make sure that the timing and everything is right. You never know. I mean, unexpected people could pop in here and there, but it just depends. Who do you guys want to see that you haven't seen?
Man, I would love Rey Mysterio for sure, because I'll probably turn into a 10-year-old when I see him. I'll probably come with the mask and everything. Who else? Yeah, Rey Mysterio would be awesome. Who do you like, Alex?
I don't know, man. I mean, anyone really. I mean, you pretty much put out like for me, it was always Chavo, and you had him. So like, the fact of meeting him was like, mind-blowing.
Batista would be cool. I would love to see Batista.
I don't know, to go to Goldberg.
Goldberg would be awesome. And what I love too, you have the ECW guys. You have any ECW guys you want to get soon?
I've been in talks with a few. It's funny though. I was in talks with Mikey Whipwreck, and then I see something today where he was like, "I'm not doing anything for like a while," and I'm like, what are you talking about? We're just talking, So, we'll see. There's a few of them that would like to bring. I mean, there's Shane Douglas. There's who else?
That would be awesome.
I don't know if people would like to see Missy Hyatt.
I think that would be pretty good too. She has a pretty good following.
What did she manage?
I'm trying to think.
They told me that she was a lady of ECW.
ECW. I'm trying to think because she's a little bit before my time. I know she did a little bit what ECW. I think she had like a small stint in WWE or F at the time. But yeah, nothing on top of my head right now.
Yeah, I have to
Yeah,
Google.
I have to
But
Google it.
besides that, I mean, there's a long list of people that I can get. Um, my guy, he lives in New York, so he's able to get me talent that
Mhm.
it's hard to hear. And you probably, like I said, haven't seen them like in 10, 20 years. I
Mhm.
think we part of the Nasty Boys. I think they weren't here more than 10 years. And
Mhm.
that's, you know, and everywhere I went with Jimmy, everybody knew him. Everybody was like, "Is that Jimmy Hart?" Like, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, we even went to like what was it, a vegan restaurant, and
Mhm.
right away the owner was like, "Is that Jimmy?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then
Yeah.
you guys want some like free drink? I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So it's a cool experience. Even not even just doing the meeting grits, but just hanging out with them like outside. Like that's cool.
No, that's awesome. I mean, all the events you have are great. Even when we saw the Darby Allin one, Alex and I freaked out. We're like, "Oh my god, he got him!" And right away, I think I messaged you. I'm like, "How did you get him?" And you're just like, "I got him. Don't worry."
So that one's gonna be a good event. I think 2 weeks. So that's gonna be a really good one. I think that's gonna be one of the best ones for the year. For the fans and to come out and I know you guys got your tickets, so
Yeah, we're
uh, it,
ready
it,
to go.
yeah, it's almost sold out. So I think it's gonna be way sold out way before. So
Oh yeah, as soon
exciting.
as this closer, people are gonna start looking at tickets, start buying them quickly.
Yeah, it's exciting. Exciting for everybody.
I already got my fear to get it signed, man. I'm already ready. I got
I'm
my
looking at mine
Darby.
too. I think I have mine somewhere around here. I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it's somewhere. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a great event, and hopefully everybody has fun, and I
But
think
another thing I want to ask you, I want to talk another side of you, the collector side. Is there any like prized possession you have as a collector?
um yeah, I mean my figures are jacks. The ones that I have here at home, they're jacks, and yeah, they're my prized possession. I thought about taking them to the shop, but I couldn't because I wouldn't want somebody to ask them for me. Ask to
That's the
get them.
thing. Yeah.
No, and I just remember buying them. And the struggle that I went through to go to Toys R Us, to go to swap meets, to go like all those memories that I had, getting them
Yeah.
to get them, like it would be gone. So I'm like, I couldn't. So it's just, but those are the best ones that I have. The jacks, the jacks were good. I think I started with, I think what was it, the
Yeah.
rockers, and then I think I seen like a week later. That's how I got addicted with the figures. Again, it was like Legion of Doom. Legion of Doom, the red one. I was like, wow. When they look so
Mm,
identical to the to the wrestlers, I was like, wow, like the detail was so
yeah.
good. So you know, that's my collection. Jimmy, Tina, Tina, you turn on the light from the cabinet. Chinera. But yeah, those are my that's my collection, and that's my prize collection. So happy with it. I think I got mostly every figure from the Jacks. I think maybe I'm
Mm,
missing five from the whole
mm,
series, from the Legends one.
mm,
So I'm just happy that I was able to get all that. Yeah, I mean, there's not one that I would say that I'm missing, or I think I got all more. I mean, I think
mm.
maybe a few years ago, I had the Stone Cold Jax.
I was gonna ask you right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I think I had it. I sold it.
Oh.
Wow.
But
Yeah. I think.
you know why? But you know why I sold it? Because if I opened it, it had too many accessories. So what was
Yeah,
I
the
gonna?
belts.
You know, I couldn't put them to the side. That's why I sold it. But let me see if I can show you guys.
Oh, nice. So for the listeners out there, Jimmy is showing us his personal collection of all his jacks.
You see the Hulk Hogan from the
Hulk
Rocky?
Hogan, yeah, the Thunder Lips.
We exercise extreme precaution.
Wow.
It's a good collection.
It's awesome. It's actually it's beautiful. As a collector, I love how it's displayed. It's awesome with the light and everything.
It's good.
Wow. That's awesome.
Nice.
So I can see you're more of the out of the box collector.
For those I had to, because I just had to. I mean, I didn't even think about. I mean, when I'm buying them, I'm thinking how cool they're gonna look. I think when I first bought them, I had them in my bed, like in the thing.
Yeah.
And then I remember buying. I don't even know why. I think about it now. I bought an elimination chamber, and I had it like in my room. I remember I used to have family come over, and they used to be like, "What a weirdo! Like, why does he have why does he have all these figures there? Why big cage by his bed? you know." But it was just they were really cool, and I mean, I didn't play with it. I just like collecting them, like having. I think I had one of my aunts a few years ago. She came over to the house, and she was like, "Oh, you still have a lot?" I'm like, and she was like, "Do you play with them?" I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh, what do you mean? What
Yeah.
they're a collection." So see,
Well,
those are the little stuff that my personal life, like nobody knows.
No, it's awesome. I love how it's displayed and everything. You take pride on it. Alex and I too try to put it as a shelf as neatly as we can.
Yeah.
Even as adults, like people think like you play with them. Like Alex and I, like, oh, you guys have figures? You play with them? Like, yeah, we play with them. Like, no, man, we just we set them up nicely. And we have them in the box.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I had them in my bed. I had like you had space to put in stuff, so I just bought more and more and more. And yeah, I mean, when I used to have to go over, they used to like just look at it and just be like, okay, why, But now that they come to the house, they're like, oh wow, it's a nice collection. I'm like, yeah, yeah. But yeah.
Is there anything you're looking for right now, like in your personal collection? Like there's one like, man, it's hard to get, but I need to get it.
No, I think I have I think I had everything that I wanted. Yeah, my collection is done. There's nothing yet or anything. My collection is done. I couldn't get started on the Mattels because, man, I would impossible. I would have to start from like the rockers to. I couldn't. It was just
it's hard.
Yeah, so I'm like I couldn't, and then a lot of people used to go to the Mattels and the basics, so I couldn't. So I'm like I could never start that collection. No way.
No, it really is. It's hard because Alex and I, like, we're Jacks too. I wish Diddy went back to Jacks. I'm starting to like the Mattel stuff, and now I'm trying to limit myself. We're like, okay, we're just gonna get the first appearance ones, and even those, it's nonstop. It's just nonstop figures.
Yeah,
it's hard to catch up.
Yeah, I think it's never ending. That's why I'm glad that. So I'm kind of not glad and glad that they stopped with the Jacks because, at least I don't have to continue more. And the Mattels, they're good. Yeah, when they first started, they weren't that good. As they're getting right now, I think they're getting more detailed and everything. So
better.
I think it's getting a lot better, and But still, I couldn't start though. I couldn't.
Yeah,
I just can't.
it's tough.
Yeah. Where's
And
your
also, what was that?
Where's your JWO t-shirt?
I gotta get one. I gotta get one.
I
Next
have
time we're in your
mine,
shop, I
Jimmy.
gotta pick one.
I
I gotta
have
pick
mine,
one
man.
up.
Man,
Supporting, man. Representing.
this is the first original color. Yeah,
That's
here's
what you
the
were telling us. Yeah.
the first original color. I wanted, like I said, I wanted to do something a little bit different with the font and all that. I wanted to look the same but not the same. So, and a lot of people, they loved it. They love that color because and they're comfortable, right, Alex?
Yeah, I like them. Yeah, I
Yeah.
even like the design too, like the font and everything.
This is the one that I had when I started, so it's still pretty good. It looks new.
Yeah.
It's been washed like once every time, but still it looks really new. And I mean, I've had people like family members, always tell me like, "Man, where'd you get your shirts?" I still have it. It still looks new. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
you just need yours, Rich.
Yeah.
I gotta get mine soon. I gotta get one. Next time I'm in your shop, I gotta pick up one.
Yeah.
That too. When I was there, I was like, I'm only gonna every time now I go to like a toy shop, I'm like, I'm gonna have to spend a limit. And when I went there, I'm gonna get a shirt. And then I saw all the figures you had. I ended up walking with like 4 figures. And I'm like, okay, my budget's done. I gotta come back next time.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's a tough hobby to keep. But yeah, they're good. I'm telling you, they're getting better. They're getting a lot better with the.
They are.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And also too, I want to tell the fans, that the figures you have so much unique products. Like you say, you have the Jacks, you have the Hasbro's. If you want any wrestling tees, you guys have them stocked. And another thing I love too, like I love your team that you're so communicative. Like we could talk to them, and I could talk to you and say, hey, I'm looking for this figure or anything, and you'll have it in your shop by like the next month. Because like you said, nostalgia is so much for adults now that nostalgia hits us, And a few months ago, I don't know if you remember, I was looking for the TNA X Division set, the toy set. And I remember I told you right before I think
Yeah.
the shop opened, I'm like, I'm looking
Yeah.
for this. I don't know if I can find it. And then your shop opened. A few months later, you text me and you're like, hey, I got the TNA play set. And I was like, what? Like, I'll sell you right now. I'll pick it up this week. And you had it. And I still have it downstairs, like in a box locked away in my closet.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think you can find that anywhere. I mean, I'll be
It's
surprised
hard.
in another state or like, but it's stuff like that you can't find. It's like
Mhm.
that's possible. So yeah, that's a pretty good figures to have, and the 6-sided, right?
Yeah.
Yes, there's a 6-side ring, and then I think AJ Styles is in it.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
That's it too. The fans are listening. Jimmy has a hookup. If you have anything you're looking for, don't be afraid. Ask Jimmy and the staff. They'll find it
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. Usually, like, they'll message me, or if you need anything, just message me or the shop or whatever. And if I don't have it, I try to get it for you as much as I can, and at a good price. Not like I'm not gonna give you a figure for like 150. I'm never gonna do
Yeah.
that. I mean, I wouldn't even pay that. So yeah, I seen people. I mean, I think I had a friend that bought a figure for like $50. I'm like, whoa.
Mm.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's a tough one. I mean, unless the figure really was that much,
Mm.
but no,
It's true. That's another thing we were talking earlier. We love that your price is affordable, that any family could go in there and buy stuff, even for the TNA ring. People are asking astronomical numbers, like $300-400 for the
Yeah.
ring, and you're getting a good deal on it. I'm like, no, it's fair for both of us. Everyone's happy.
Yeah. And
I
then
know
you're
another thing.
gonna keep coming back because
Exactly.
that we're there for the community, and get the figures that you want for your kids or whatever, or even for you. If adults go into and get some Hasbro,
Oh yeah.
so everybody wins.
Oh, that was very true. Also, another thing I know we were talking about. If the fans see it, please hit me up. I know Jimmy is helping me out. That AAA Rey Mysterio figure. I'm dying to look for it.
Man, you still can't find it?
I still can't find it. Remember, I talked to you like I'm gonna find it for you. Like you're still in the hunt.
I've seen a few people that had it, and I asked them, and they don't want to let go of it.
No one wants to let go of it.
It's like, man, you know what? That's why you reminded me. Maybe I'll go to Legion Comics and I'll ask him. Because that guy has
It's
everything.
hard.
Have you been to Legion Comics or no?
Not yet. I haven't been there yet. I know they have some signings there too.
Yeah, I highly recommend that place too because it's like almost right next to me, and he has like a lot of lucha stuff. So, but I've never seen that one. I've seen other Rey Mysterio. He even has Jack Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, but I'll definitely have to keep looking for that one.
yeah, it's so tough. And they had one online a while back, and they were asking like $1,000 for it. I'm like, I'm not paying $1,000.
Damn, imagine that's crazy. That's too much. No way.
Yeah, it's way too much. Even the used one, they're going for like 200-300. I'm like, I can't. That's just too crazy.
No, I think that the most expensive figure that I have in the shop, it's a WCW figure. I think it's $350 or $450, but it's still in the box. And it's Brian Pillman.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I think I sold the one for Stone Cold for like $500.
Oh,
but so this
one
that
one's going up too.
This one's still in the box, so trust me, somebody's gonna grab it sooner than later.
Oh yeah.
It's Brian Pillman, and his Dark Side, just came out. So.
No, for sure. I mean, I remember I asked you for it, and I was like, okay, I gotta think about it. But it's true because it's so hard to find a good shape. Because I've seen some on eBay, and like the bubble's tearing, or it's yellowing, or it has a crack on it, and that one's like in great condition.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to pick up a Pillman, contact Jimmy right now. If you want a Brian Pillman WCW Galoob.
Sure.
The only thing, I think you'll laugh at this because you appreciate like the figures. I think the only thing I have of that Rey Mysterio is this little mini figure.
Wow.
That's the only thing I have. It's like it's the same one, but it's a mini one, and it was like a promotional kind, and you only could like get it if you bought like a candy or some snack. It was like a promotional thing.
Yeah.
So if you were to buy it, you got this little mini figure of it, and I'm like, this is the closest I'm gonna get right now to that one.
Wow.
It breaks my heart.
Did they sell that figure here? Was it a AAA figure or?
The AAA was just, I think it was all in Mexico mostly, and
Maybe
then
or something.
And then I know like I see now a little bit, but they're all like, if you go on eBay, they're all selling from Mexico, so they probably have a few over there, but in the States, it's just getting harder and harder to find.
I'm pretty sure it'll come up.
It'll come up. But anyways, we're almost wrapping up on our show. Is there anything you want to message to the fans? Message to your customers? Where can they find you on social media?
I'm happy and blessed that people will come and support us. We started the shop from nothing, and see how it's grown inside and out. We feel blessed. Talk about me, Dina, my daughter Leslie JWO from the shop that she works with, Leo Styles, and I mean, what's his name? Irving. How can I forget his name? But it's a great team that we have. It's all of them. Each put in something. And like I said, I'm blessed that they're with me. Never thought I was gonna have a good team. Like I never thought I was gonna have a team. I thought it was gonna be me. Just me and maybe Dina. Even my daughter. I just thought, just us three, we're gonna do it, and let's see how it goes. And just to have more people on board. It means we've done something right, and we keep doing something right where people want to join us. We're just good-hearted people. Want to give people, the fans, the best time that they could have. When you come to the shop, we want you to feel like you're family with us. That's basically it. But I'm proud of the team that I've had. Hopefully we could, be together for a very long time, and we could give, us, you guys, everybody, a good time at the shop, and and you could find us at jimmysworldorder.com. Look for events, look for figures, look for if you want that WWF type of feeling, and just come check us out. You'll definitely have a good time. You'll definitely feel special and everything when you come in. Your kids. So thank you for the support and everything from everybody. You guys too. You guys
Of course.
support us and everything, and we're happy about that.
No, of course, of course. Ever since you told me, I remember meeting you before the shop opened, and I can tell, like, no, this guy, he loves it, and the shop's. So, congratulations, you guys just hit your 1 year anniversary recently.
Yeah, I think we're 1 year and a half now.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're So 1 year and a half. I remember a lot of people when I used to tell them what I wanted to do, they used to laugh at me. They used to like. I'm like, what? Like, I wanted to a wrestling shop, a wrestling shop where, so I figured this be like, why? I'm like, that's what I love.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
I think when you find something that you love, you're gonna want to do it. Trust me, I'm like super happy that I get to do this every day. All day. Trust me, I have people messaging me like at 12. We're just happy that we could get that for the fans and customers, and hopefully they keep supporting us and keep coming and everything.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like when you told me the first time you're gonna open the shop, I was like, no, that's awesome. Where is it at? Like, and then you told me in East LA, and Alex and I grew up there for a few years, and we're like, finally, it's a wrestling shop. Like there is shops, but yours is just pure wrestling.
Yeah.
Especially here in California, and that's what like it dragged me to it. And then you told me your ideas, and I'm like, no, this is awesome. Like you're gonna bring the old school look to it, and the figures you're bringing, and now the guests you kill it every month of every guest you have.
Thank you.
And it's awesome. And I'm glad to enjoy the ride with you and watch you with all your success. You have an amazing staff. Your story too, telling us about your mother, like, and your dream, and now you guys did it. It's awesome. It's a beautiful story. It's awesome to hear that. I never knew that, and I want to say thanks for sharing that. It was great to hear, your story.
I mean, I think I was gonna tell you that, but yeah, that happened to me. I'm telling you, I don't think nobody really knows about that. They just probably think, oh, I just want to open. Like, no, there's a story to it.
Yeah.
That's my reason that I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It came from the heart. It wasn't just some idea just because. No, it came. Everything that I do is for a reason, and but it's good-hearted. It's nothing bad or anything like that or bad intention. It's to do something, and the fans and customers have responded good, and we're really happy about that, and hopefully we could continue to grow more and more. You never know, maybe JWO 2.
That's what we're thinking too. Yeah, we would love to see a number 2, maybe a JWO convention. The sky's the limit.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I am sponsoring an event on Sunday with one of the guys that he grew up in the same area that I did in Boyle Heights. It's called May Day. It says Sunday. Forgot the time, but I think it's fine. So I'll be there. If you guys want to come, you guys can come. You'll be my guest. You don't have to go in. Just let me know if you guys want to come. It's gonna. I think it's somewhere close to you in Stanton. So let me know. Yeah, now I'm sponsoring. It feels really good. I feel like I can get involved. I can hit somebody with a chair or something.
Yeah. That's their dream. Yeah, every time we talk wrestling, I was like, we just want to take a bump or something.
Like, I'll be like, hey, I'm a sponsor. I could hit you for one.
Yeah.
So.
That was like I was saying, we wish you many years. Thanks again for sharing everything. Alex, is there anything you want to add to it?
No, man, you got it. You've been doing pretty good so far. So.
Oh, thank you. Am I still rookie rich, Jimmy? I tried my hardest to.
That's still a good promo. That's a good promo. I laughed all the time. I'm like, what? Because it like it was real. So like hardcore real. So I'm like, what? Are you
Yeah.
right? You know,
Alex's
so
promo calling me Rookie Rich.
yeah, it's so good. See stuff like that I like, you know, because it felt like, you know, it wasn't written. It felt like it came from you, you know. Hey, you never know. Maybe I've been thinking about that for a while.
Maybe he has a pent up aggression. This guy
So,
is a
you know,
rookie compared to him.
yeah, so it came out of him like natural, you know.
Mhm.
So he's been building it up for years. So
He's building it up, and now people started calling me that. You call me that. Other podcasts
Yeah.
started calling me Rookie Rich. So it's
We gotta
growing.
make t-shirts now.
We
yeah,
gotta
so
make Rookie Rich shirts.
yeah, but it's good, you know. So we're happy and blessed, and you know, hopefully, you know, we could keep this dream going on for many years to come. And you know, I just the way it's in my head, it's like you can't imagine. It's like it has so much growth, and you know, so much has so much. I just so many thoughts and everything, you know. So just stay tuned. You know, of course,
And,
you know, it's gonna
and,
be to come.
and who knows? Maybe in the future, more collaborative events of JWO Championship on the line. Who knows in the future?
Yeah, yeah, you never know. Yeah, you never know. You know, that's the
You
thing
never
with me
know. You never know.
working with people, you know, that they support and everything and they like to partner up, you know. I will never say no. I always give you the benefit of the doubt. Um, like, you know, a lot of people didn't give us, you know, and so, you know, we're happy and, you know, you never know. Like you say, you never know. That collab could be coming soon.
Very hopefully soon. You
Yeah.
never know. And like you said, I love your mentality. You know, you ignore all the negativity. You keep on going for your dreams. You stay positive. You pay it forward. You know, like you said, never close that window and any opportunities. You know, it's an awesome and humble, you know, view of yourself. You know.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you have to. Um, I feel like I live my life where, you know, it's just, I stay away from the negativity. I stay, you know, open to the positive. And, you know, if somebody ever comes to me negative, they'll tell you. I'll be like, I don't want, you know, keep that on because I don't like that. I
Yeah,
just stay,
exactly. There's no room for that.
make sure that we go straight and, you know, we don't look back and, you know, we'll make sure that the people that, you know, have helped us or came on board with us, you know, make sure that I take care of them too, you know.
Mhm.
So it just, you know, it works like that, you know. It's how to say pay it forward, you know,
Pay it
pay
forward.
it back, you know, anything that you could do to help somebody, you know, why not, you know?
Oh no, 100%. That's great view. Great way to view that in life, and just great advice too. Just pay it forward and be positive, and keep on going, keep on climbing.
Yeah, it's like you
And
said, it's never ending. It's so many. What do you say? It's so much room to grow, and you know, it's endless. You know, it's just make sure you keep it moving forward, and just focus on yourself, and um, that's all. Just make sure that the team and everybody, everybody's always on board and everything.
For sure, 100%. And that'd be pretty much it. They can find you on your Instagram, Jimmy's World Order, Jimmy's World Order Shop. For more news, you're gonna have Chelsea Green, Leo Rush, Darby Allen's coming up in a couple of weeks. Tickets still available, so hit up your shop. Message you guys however they can get to you, and they're gonna buy your tickets. It's gonna be an amazing event. Alex and I are gonna be there. We can't wait for it. And that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you guys for having me, and hopefully this is like the highest one you've had so far.
I hope so. I'm sure we'll
Hopefully.
be.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Thank you so much.
I'll wrap it up. Of course. Of course, the pleasure is ours. I'll wrap it up. This is Jimmy, and this is Alex, my co-host. Richard, Championship on the Line podcast. Thank you guys. And stay tuned for the next episode.